Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years.
So now we're going to go into the mentoring aspect, which is absolutely critical. There's one thing that Chris and I both did when we came into the network marketing arena is we humbled ourselves. No matter what skills we had from our careers, we humbled ourselves to learn what the gurus were doing in building the network marketing business realm. So we always had mentors, and we still to this day invest in mentorship, just so you know. So if you don't have a mentor, you need to be being guided in, especially for somebody who has a lot more experience that can help you get to that level. Okay, so we're going to talk about the introduction of mentorship and why it's so important. We're going to talk about the benefits. Of course, there's so many benefits of mentorship. And then we're going to go into the characteristics of a good mentor, because we always do our homework before we find people to mentor us at the levels that we want to be at. Same thing for yourself. And of course, finding a mentor. How do you find a mentor? We can share that information because we've been doing it for so long, searching for great mentorship so we can get to the next levels. And of course, making the most out of your mentoring sessions is to be prepared and maximize the time that you have with your mentor.
Absolutely, Tammy. As a matter of fact, you probably remember that scene when he was trying to catch the fly and just out of just pure luck, he turned around and he caught the fly just like this. And Mr. Miyagi had tried his entire life and never caught the fly. You know, it's really interesting. But see, introduction to a mentor, understanding that the most important aspect of mentoring is the relationship and the trust that is established between the mentee and the mentor. And this is something that is absolutely critical. And I've used this picture to illustrate kind of an emotional connection that most of us have with these two characters, right? So this, and again, what happens is why a mentor is so important is the idea is to develop your skills, to take whatever you have. Some of you have these amazing skills, but it hasn't been worked on. It hasn't been shaped. It hasn't been, you haven't evolved your skills. And a mentor could see that. And we can help you evolve from the person that you are, that you can be. And these are the things that Tammy have done over the years. Again, is one of the reasons why we've created many 7-figure income earners in our business. It's that relationship and that trust that was established. But then we saw the skills and some of these leaders, which we've just helped them evolve those skills. And that's why mentoring is so important, that Tammy touched on.
Yeah, so let's go right into the characteristics of a good mentor. A good mentor is a great listener. They take the time to really get to know where you're at, where you want to go, your goals, your dreams, some of the challenges and the hurdles along the way. They're very, very flexible in the conversation, because at the end of the day, it's about you. So a good mentor is going to make that all about you and how they can help you get to the next level. And of course, the value that they bring to you is absolutely important to help you, again, get to the next level. The knowledge that they're going to bring to the table, and some resources too, because a lot of mentors, of course, they have their own mentors, and they're up to speed on everything that's going on right now and in the world today, and of course in the industry itself. And for them not to be judgmental towards your learning process. As Chris and I always say, we remain humble, because everybody started from the bottom. So find a mentor that understands where you're at and has a goal in getting you to that next level, the steps that you need to reach. And of course, to give constructive feedback and to help you overcome where you're at right now. That is absolutely important. And to be honest and candid, I think to lay that foundation is really, really important as we're mentoring people, is to lay that foundation of where we're at, where we're going to go, and it's not going to be easy. You know, getting out of your comfort zone is never easy. So is to be able to establish that in conversation, and is to be able to network and find resources. They will definitely have that. I know that we've collected a lot of resources over time through the people that we're being mentored by. So we share this within all the people that we're mentoring. And I know that they're always really excited because people are always looking up to people who have what they want in life. And find somebody who has a lifestyle that has the skills and the experience. I think more than anything, Chris, is not just the knowledge, but the experience of working in the fields, building international businesses, which is something that we've done for so many years. Those are the type of people you want to get mentoring with you.
I totally agree, Tammy. And what we want to do here is, again, give you some guidelines, right? Here are the 5 tips to find a good mentor. Because you probably wonder, well, where can I find a good mentor? Well, number 1 is know what you're looking for in a mentor. What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? And find someone that's in line with that. Have a goal for your mentorship. What are you trying to evolve? What are you trying to develop? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? Right? Because that person can keep you accountable. It may not be even a person that's necessarily experienced. I mean, obviously that would be an asset and what you're trying to achieve. But it could be a person that can keep you accountable in achieving these things, recognizing that instead of doing the activities you're supposed to do, you're sitting down watching Netflix, right? Or Amazon Prime or Apple TV or whatever it is you chose to focus your time on that is not necessarily productive. I'm not saying it's bad. It's good to have some leisure time from time to time. But again, you have to balance that. Someone can help you maintaining that accountability. Right. Another thing you can do is you can join a mentorship platform. Right. I know Tammy and we're mentoring people for years, every Monday nights at 8:00. That's what we do. We have a Zoom session. People join in and they're part of our organization, of course. But the point is that we mentor people. We have also mentored people one-on-one. I have people that are booking appointment with Tammy and I on a weekly basis to discuss some of the things, decisions they're taking, results they're getting. And it has really helped them evolve. You know, reach out to existing networks, a network marketing company. You will find amazing mentors in network marketing. And if you're in a position to connect with someone that have reached a goal that, as Tammy referenced, someone that has reached a goal that you want to reach, that could be a company you may want to join in, not just because of the company, but because of the mentoring that you see you can get from that person, for example, right? You may want to sign in with that person, join in with that person because they've reached a level that you would love to reach. And the fact is, if they got there and they've helped many people get there, certainly we can help you get there. So it's just an example. The other point is go to professional events. There's a lot of professional events. There's mentors that are promoting so many different skills and abilities online all the time. And one of the great assets today is you don't necessarily to spend big money on expensive flights and hotels, which is before it used to be the only way. Now we've evolved. That is still the case, but now it's combined with the remote connection, which we know is a big, big deal. Now we can reach, instead of reaching a few thousand people or 10,000 people, now you can have 100,000 people. I mean, Tammy and I have been part of these kind of programs. So these are 5 tips to try to find a good mentor or find an environment to get some mentoring.
Yeah, and finally is to making the most of your mentoring sessions. And when we sit down and mentor people, we always give assignments. So we always start our mentoring session with the actions that they took. So always establishing that clear goal and expectation in that process, and to be open, very open to constructive criticism, constructive feedback. I shouldn't say criticism because people get, but that's really what it is lay on the table. How can you get to the next level? Well, sometimes you have to, do something that you're not comfortable doing to get out of that comfort zone, to be able to get to that next level. And your mentor is there to guide you in the process. So it's to make the best of that and come in with an open mind to learn and grow. You're going to be so grateful. I remember I've had mentors in the past, and they made me stretch so much, and I'm so grateful because of that reason. And be proactive, always be proactive. Take initiative, always take initiative in that interactive connection with your mentor as well. And be respectful of your mentor's time. That is a really big one. If, for example, I always like to make examples. So, for example, if you didn't do your assignment, you might want to reschedule it with your mentor. So when you go into that conversation, he's able to guide you based on what you've done and where you're at in your goals. Sometimes life gets in the way and you need to reschedule it. So reschedule it, respect each other's time, very, very important. And of course the resources too that's available to you. So I think that's about it, Chris.
Absolutely.
I wanted to share with everybody.